Good evening and welcome to another edition of the Cannon and Jonezy show. As you can see, we've got a special guest as well. He should be here in a minute. But yeah, as you can see, I'm joined by my co-host, the Smug co-host this week. I guess we can all guess why. But yeah, and also perfect timing, Georgie boy, our guest of the week. How you doing, mate?
I'm alright, mate. So I was trying to swipe for it to find how to join the stream, and it just kept shouting Google at me. So I was like, I was getting on my nerves. But
you're in now, so that's all that matters, mate. And I suppose I better give a word to my co-host over here. Oh.
Yeah.
Acknowledge me. Acknowledge me.
Oh, okay. Is that a forfeit? I have to acknowledge Liam as the tribal chief.
So, just to give some people some more in depth into this. Obviously, we done our first score predictions last week. It was quite neck and neck for a way of the time.
It was.
And it seemed Jonesy got out of jail because obviously Ollie Watkins scored a couple of goals, which I predicted. And then Phil Foden, obviously, he then scored 2 goals, which knocked them points away from me. And it looked like me and Jonesy were on even kills. But then, unfortunately, Jonesy, Man City got a third, and I had a 3-1 for prediction.
Yeah.
Which put me 3 points in front. And then, obviously, Arsenal versus Sheffield United gained us a point. So the score was 9 to me and 6 to you.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Thanks for the reminder.
So throughout the night, this is going to pop up, the acknowledge me sign. And when it does, you need to regard me as your tribal chief.
Yes, tribal chief. You wait till I win one, I'll tell you that. You wait.
I don't know what's going on with the pictures tonight. We're having a bit of a weird one. There's something not right here, guys. But yeah, I'm really not sure what's going on here. But there's a closer view of us three.
There we go.
But yeah. So yeah, it was good. It was good to crack on. And just a reminder to everyone, my name is one star Smug Cannon for a reason. That's what you're competing with, mate. That's what you're competing with.
He's unbearable.
One-star Victor.
He's unbearable, I'll tell you that. Yeah. Anyway, guys, it's all good to see you. Let's go into the chats to see who's out and about tonight to come and watch us. Good evening to the Hawkwind. How you doing, mate? Good to see you on. We've got quite a few guests in here tonight, guys. Old Triggy's in here. What a fantastic performance she put in on Tuesday. With the All Arsenal review show. Absolutely enjoyed that. Mr. Austin Sullivan's in the house. Let's go. Yes, Liam and Jonesy. Wait a minute. Where's George's name? You know what I mean?
He's the bitter brother, isn't he? He is the bitter brother.
He's a bit anyway, isn't he? You know what?
Yeah, I know how it goes, mate. And we got the Colonel in here, and we got, just to let everyone know about the Colonel. The Colonel caused a lot of trouble last week in the show, which had us in absolute stitches. Tonight, Colonel, we're going to dedicate a segment moving forward to you, mate. So please stay on for that, mate, because this segment is going to be dedicated moving forwards to you, my man. Good evening to the man himself, Bray. Hold on your hats, ladies and gentlemen. And obviously, he's already seen the Colonel in the house. Good evening, Jeanette. How are you doing? Hope you're good. Are you there Saturday? Hope you are. If you are, we'll see you there. Good evening to Ian. Great show you just done earlier on, mate. That was a brilliant show from you and the boys. Johnny Brooks yet again at the wheel. Here he is. Talking about Johnny Brooks. He's here. Let's go, boys. Let's just see what the Colonel's written first before I put this up.
Yeah, proofread it first.
Yeah, we're not putting that one up, Colonel. We're not putting that one up yet, just yet, mate. We're not putting that one up. Good evening to Thomas, mate. How you doing? Good to see you, mate, on the show. Good evening to Sparksy. He's on the show as well. So yeah, loads of people on, loads of people here, which is what we like to see, guys. So yeah, brilliant. So guys, obviously we got a fun-filled banter-packed show today, and we're going to kick it off with a new segment. It's an old segment if you watch my old shows, but obviously with a new jazzy little tune. So here we go. I'm actually proud of that one, Jonesy.
That's a good tune, that is. I tell you that.
That is a good tune. It's your happy birthday. So today is March the 7th, guys. Thursday, March the 7th. And there's an interesting stat here that both our England number one goalkeepers, male and female, it's their birthdays today.
Wow. Same day.
So it's Mary Earps is 31 today, and Jordan Pickford is 30. That's an interesting one, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's even more interesting is you called him England's number one, to be fair.
Yeah.
I would put him number 4, mate.
Well, that is debatable. That is debatable. But it's another famous person's birthday today. I'm wondering if anyone knows whose birthday it is.
Ooh. Let's see.
Well, it ain't mine.
Mr. Raymond Parler.
There he is.
There he is. 53 today, Ray Parler. There's only one Ray Parler. And what a man he is. So I'm going to go to you, George, first. Talk to me about Ray Parler.
Oh, mate. Like one of my first proper memories of him was when he scored the banger against Chelsea. Was it 2002?
Yeah, that's correct.
Final. I think I was one of the first cup finals. I went with my dad, like when I could kind of understand football. Not like Austin, you know what I mean? Like he's just Austin's my brother, by the way. You won't know that in the comments though. But I actually met Ray Parler when I was a kid as well. Like when when the fans meet the players. And I remember he said to me, "You've got the look of you of someone who would like a drink in the future." Not me. He must have known me. So I know he's absolutely quality. I think he's one of the only reasons I listen to Talk Sports sometimes, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, an absolute legend. Scored that absolute great goal in the cup final. It was an interesting story that he said about that, weren't it? He had that big old drink-a-thon after that cup final and went into the Manchester United Arsenal game and got man of the match, and we won the league title. What was your thoughts on him, Jonesy?
Yeah, like he was brilliant, wasn't he? He was like an old-fashioned professional, you know, still out on the booze, but then could put in a performance on a Saturday afternoon. Some of the goals he scored, you know, I know he scored that banger, but he scored a few more than that, you know, and quite important goals as well, especially in that season as well. But like, he was great. I was really gutted when he left us, to be fair. He went to West Ham, was it, after us?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was pretty gutted because he's like a proper old school. And I just remember my mum, to be fair, she fancied him as well a bit when she was younger. She probably won't enjoy me saying that. But yeah, she fancied him quite a bit. But yeah, the Cobra King, we call him around here, these parts, to be fair. He loves a Cobra beer in the old Indian, so great guy.
Absolutely. So, in remembrance to Ray Parler, we're going to be bringing back a little segment from that, the 5-minute applause. So, we're going to do a 5-minute applause after 3, 2, 1 for Ray Parler, and happy birthday, mate. And I hope you've done a shot because it's your birthday. I'm sure you've done several by now. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Absolutely great. Right. So we're going to have a look at the results from last week, as we always do within the show. Obviously, as we know, we already know that, sadly, Jonesy lost last week, 9-6, if you didn't know.
No, I didn't know.
You didn't know that, mate. You didn't know that. We do now. Do you know what I mean? Keep that to yourself, though. Don't let anyone else know. But before we do that, before we go into the results, just going to say a few more hellos. Old Mr. Morgan's in the house. The Ivan Tony fan club all present. Good evening to Mr. Dunning. He was on our show earlier. Well done, mate. Austin's getting a bit abusive, so I'm not going to put that one out there at the moment. We'll leave that one out there. We should have done. To be fair, we should have done the Cobra bombs tonight, shouldn't we? We missed a trick there. We did miss a trick there, sadly.
Should have done.
Yeah, we should have done that. That's pretty poor of me. So I do apologise to firstly Mr. Parler for that, but also to the rest of our viewers. Right. Anyway, just go and look at the results from last week, and we'll just go through them all one by one. So we're gonna start on the Saturday fixtures. So the way I do this is usually just go through the fixtures between us all, and we'll kind of quickly discuss it. So obviously, the first game of that weekend was Brentford versus Chelsea, 2-2 draw. Chelsea got an 83rd minute goal, I believe, to pull themselves square in that. Just going over to you, Jonesy, on that one. It's probably typical Chelsea this year, isn't it? You don't know what to get from them.
Yeah, you don't know. I mean, they started the match quite well. Jackson got the first goal, didn't he? And then you thought they would push on because Brentford ain't been in a great run of form lately. But no, they allowed Brentford back into the game. They took the lead, and then Chelsea were chasing it, which seems to be the common trend this season with Chelsea. You know, they start off quite well, drop off, and the other teams nick it. But they just don't look like a team to me. They're just all disjointed. The tactics don't work. He's got a big job on there, even if he stays.
Yeah, brilliant. I totally agree with you. I think it's a weird situation there at the moment, and it will continue to be. I think a lot more pressure will start going on Pochettino. Obviously, still in the FA Cup, but let's be fair, this season has been a bit of a letdown, in my opinion, for them. So yeah, 2-2 draw. Probably Brentford to see that they'll probably see it really as 2 points drop going into the last 10 minutes there and winning 2-1 in a West London derby as well. So yeah, I don't think no one will be happy with that result, if I'm being totally honest. I'm going to go to the next game, go to George's one. Everton 1, West Ham 3. I know Everton got their, was it 4 points back they got, didn't they, during the week? But it didn't reflect in the team's performance on the pitch.
No, it's always good to see Everton lose anyway, but you know what I mean? I thought I'd just get I just think, like Everton, they were winning as well, and then they missed a penalty as well. Like the West Ham goal, couple of the goals were right at the end. So like obviously the revolution's back on under David Moyes, isn't it? But yeah, it's Everton, isn't it? Like I think that unfortunately, I think they'll stay up. But,
yeah, I think that's a big 4 points, isn't it? Depending on that obviously no one else, no one else or themselves get any further points deducted. You never know what's going to go on in the league nowadays. But yeah, I think for David Moyes, it was a win that he needed, and I think for Everton, same old story, really, isn't it?
Yeah, boring.
Going to the next one, Jonesy. Fulham 3, Brighton 0. Brighton got their bellies tickled there.
Yeah, I mean, Fulham, to be fair, they've been great this season. I don't know if you guys have watched much of them, but, you know, Silva's got them playing really well as a team. And, you know, they beat United last week, wherever it was, and now they got a win at Wolves, who are actually doing quite well. Even on the road, they got a win away last time at Spurs. So I wasn't surprised to see Fulham win. Surprised it was that by that margin, to be fair, though. But, yeah, Fulham are doing great at the moment.
They got absolutely got battered tonight as well, Brighton.
Yeah, Brighton
4-0.
4-0, yeah.
Yeah, so they're going out of Europe, aren't they? It's a bit interesting there, isn't it? The old the fizz has gone a bit stale there at the moment, isn't it? It seems something don't seem to be right there at the moment. But I knew it'd be a hard task for Roma tonight, but I didn't expect them to get beaten 4-0.
I think De Zerbi's off in the summer, and I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah, well, there's about Bayern Munich linked. Is it Bayern Munich that are linked to him now?
Barcelona.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he's a good manager, isn't he? He's done. I think what he's done there, he can't really exceed. If I'm being totally honest, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with him at the end of the season, because I think there will be jobs calling for him. The next one, Jonesy, you predicted this one, didn't you, mate?
He predicted a Wolves win. Obviously, Wolves had been doing fantastic away from home. This is probably where it started to go wrong for you, because I predicted a Newcastle win. You predicted a Wolves win, and Newcastle won 3-0.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming at all, to be fair. Newcastle have been shocking. They were crap against us, and they haven't been playing great, and Wolves have been doing well. They've been doing well, Tribal Chief. They have. They got.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir.
They got a win last time out of Spurs. Sorry, I did say Wolves in the previous game. I did mean Brighton, but Wolves got a win away at Spurs, and you thought they would have put up much of a fight, Tribal Chief, but unfortunately not. You shithead,
man. Love it. 3-0. Quite an easy victory for Newcastle. We're going to go to you for this next one, George. This is going to bring out all the debate. Nottingham Forest 0, Liverpool 1. 99th minute winner from Darwin Núñez. Where do we start with this one?
Well, I nearly got kicked out of a pub when the goal went in, because I was listening on that with the phone up to my ear, and then as soon as he scored, I just shouted, and apparently I made a family of 4 like really young kids jump out their skin. So
how does that not surprise me?
Yeah, it's just like they were playing as long as until they got a goal, wasn't it? Like I've been watching, listening before someone in the comments say, "Oh, you can't see it," about for years, and I always thought they had to give the ball back when something like that happened. I get they should have cleared their lines, but I don't know. It's just frustrating. And that, to be fair, the Nottingham Forest owner did what Jamie Carragher told him to do. He said, "Get down the tunnel." Just maybe not. At first he was going to run down to like how Matt Riddle used to back in the day.
Yeah, that all games on at the end of that game, weren't it? It was all games on. Look, from the side, Jonesy and Paul Tierney, we're not surprised, are we? We know clearly what this geezer's capable of.
Yeah, he's got form, isn't he? He's like, how many more mistakes is he going to do before he's like demoted to like the lower leagues or grieving? Well, to be fair, grassroots don't even deserve a referee like him. He should be refereeing something else. The 5-a-side charity matches that the legends do, give him that. But yeah, it's just terrible, isn't it? Like, I've spent so much energy talking about it. Like, I've actually got pure anger in my heart for the guy now. So it's terrible.
He's got to make his mistake on VAR.
Well, that's the point now, isn't it? He's been rewarded with a VAR appearance in a high-profile game on Saturday night, in a title race, shall we say, and he's got major influence on Saturday night. And let's not talk about what happened last year in the VAR with Mr. Mason himself. And he's now a coach for the referees. Make it what you want to make it, but it's Howard Webb at the wheel. Big fraud. Do you know what? I've got a couple of my porridges later. You can go back on there. Good evening to the Kermit's middle finger, mate. How you doing, mate? Good evening to Sumin, and good evening to Will as well. There's his faults. Cheats. Not holding back. Going to go into the next one, Jonesy. Probably, at least we talk about this, the better. Tottenham 3, Palace 1. Palace were winning late on into that game, weren't they? But yet again, they've been undone quite a lot of times. Well, not a lot. I shouldn't say a lot, but they've been undone quite a few times this season away from home, winning late into games and actually losing the games.
Yeah, you just thought the new manager bounce was going to carry on into that game. They held on. But Tottenham, as Tottenham are at the moment, just full going attacking, don't they, at the time? So they're just going to go for it every game now. So, but yeah, it's just a shame to see Palace not hold on, because it would have been nice for the Palace boys, obviously, to get a win at them. But yeah, with Spurs, I don't want to talk about them. The least said, the better.
No, we'll keep that one on the hush. The next game, we both predicted wrong. Burnley versus Bournemouth. You went for a 0-0. I think I went for a 2-1 on Burnley. But George, you ended up 2-0 Bournemouth. Burnley are pretty much down in there with Sheffield United.
Yeah, I was going to say I feel sorry for Burnley, but I don't. Let me rephrase that. Because they do try to play football. Like Sheffield United don't, and the other teams. But just the way they're playing, it's just not clicking, is it?
No.
With Bournemouth, I think they're actually doing all right. Bournemouth, to be fair, I it's like, what would their ambition be? Surely it's just to stay up, really. And I think they're going to do that massively easy. Especially with my mate, big old Dom Solanke. That some people in our chat don't rate him. But yeah, I think Bournemouth doing all right. Like Burnley, even the in-betweeners don't like them, do they? So
I know I'm not sure that they're going to have any influence in any other games this season. I think they're pretty much down with the old Sheffield United, and yeah, it's a foregone conclusion with the bottom two at the moment, which is quite sad to see, really, when you're thinking about it's only the start of March.
I do think Company's a decent manager, though. I just don't think at Burnley he's. Like, I'm not saying he's like a great manager because we don't know, but I just think that I think you see the levels between the Championship and the Premier League, don't you? Like Company was blitzing it in the Championship, and then I don't know, maybe I think it'd be harsh to write Company off. Like when Burnley ain't got much money either, so he hasn't really he ain't been really had to spend much there, has he? So.
Nah, yeah, definitely. We're gonna go into the next game, Jonesy, which was Man City 3, Man United 1. This game won it.
It did, Tribal Chief. It did indeed for you. Rashford took the lead, did he? And it was a great goal, to be fair. But then City showed their class, and basically United acknowledged. Man United, acknowledged City. Like, I'm acknowledging you tonight. Thanks again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it obviously finished 3-1, which is obviously the scoreline. If you didn't know, guys, that I predicted, which basically won the battle over the weekend. Just going over to you, George, because you know me, I'm not the kind of guy to brag or celebrate or boast. So I do want to reflect a little bit on the game. Man United took the lead. But it always seemed in that game that it was a foregone conclusion that Man City would come back at some point and win the game.
Yeah, mate, it's not like you to brag at all. I've never heard you do that at all. Not like when you've won at pool like 150,000 times and call mate out about it. Anyway, I just didn't fancy United at all. Like, maybe if they had the Wish Haaland up front, they might have had a chance, but. It's United, mate, isn't it? It's like, what else can you say about them? They're crap. Like, they're just, but you know what City are like Foden and them sort of players. But one thing I will say about Haaland, mate, he's giving blind people a bad name, the amount of sitters he's missing.
Cool, he missed a proper sitter, didn't he, late in the first half on Sunday.
Thought that. No, I wouldn't even needed the guide dog to assist me. It was that open. But yeah, I think when you look at Man United's defence, though, when you compare against Man City, you're like, yeah. And then Ten Hag, he was like, oh, we could have won it. I don't know what he was watching.
He was definitely watching something totally different, weren't he? Because obviously Man City cooked in that second half. Obviously, we'll go into Phil Foden a little bit later. We'll go into him a little bit later. But yeah, it was a convincing victory. Just looking at that, Jonesy, just looking back to, obviously, I just want to say well done to you and the boys on yesterday on your debut for WWE show.
Yeah, cheers.
No bites here, mate. This is obviously just saying a massive well done to you guys. Really enjoyable show. If you do love your WWE, guys, we've got some big content coming up over the next few weeks. Jones is now leading a show that obviously runs every Wednesday at 9:00. Who has some absolute brilliant guests. And I was watching yesterday, and yeah, I totally enjoyed it. But we're going to be doing watch-alongs as well, including WrestleMania. And I think big things are going to come out of that. So yeah, really looking forward to that. But just going back to last week's SmackDown, you could be The Rock, and I can be like, do you know what I mean? I could be Reigns, because The Rock acknowledged Reigns as his tribal chief.
He did. But don't forget, mate, there could be something, a turn around the corner. So it's never as what it seems. So just be careful.
But no, well done yesterday. Great show.
Cheers. Thank you, mate.
I'll just be Jey Uso.
No. I'll tell you, you can be old Solo.
Or just attack everyone.
Yeah, just go absolute bonkers on everyone and attack everyone.
That's it.
That'd be brilliant.
We've got our own version of Eugene Austin.
No comment, Austin. No comment. We're going to go into the last game, obviously the weekend, which was Monday Night Football at Bramall Lane. Arsenal against Sheffield United. The game was over after. Mate, I thought the game was over after 30 seconds when we hit the post. You just knew what was coming at that point. And at half time, we was incredibly 5-0 up. Mate. Jonesy, do you want to start talking about it? I don't know what to say still about it. It was just we just demolished them.
Yeah, it was like watching something else. I won't say what, but it was just that good. It was amazing at times. The football we were playing. I know Sheffield Wednesday ain't great, but you've still got to beat that team that's in front of you, no matter who it is. You know what I mean? And to win convincingly the way we did and the style we did was just amazing. Like I can't remember first half of football where we were that dominant and put away that many goals.
Yeah.
For me, I didn't like it when Partey and Jesus come on because I feel it just tampered the team and it just ruined the flow sort of thing. I just feel we were a better team, like obviously with the team we had, and I would keep that, even though those two are fit. I know they're important players and people might crucify me for saying it, but for me, I don't change that team at all. I keep them going as long as they can. God forbid we get any major injuries to them. But yeah, don't change that because that team at the moment is clicking. And if you wanted to watch perfection, that was it the other night. It was brilliant.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. We did absolutely demolish them. Like for me, it's not about how bad Sheffield United were as well. It's about how good we was as well. And just going over to you, George, on that. How good was we in that first half?
I mean, it was. I can't remember us being that dominant under Arteta before. Like I'd say that was back to that prime Wenger days for me.
Yeah.
When we had Omri, Freddie, Bobby Perez, how fast they used to break. Just like the first, and I think it was like the first minute. Was it Erdegaard? He hit the post or the bar, didn't he? Or like at the start, and I thought to myself, this could be a lot easier. Then I didn't think it would be hard. Like, and I know that sounds a bit arrogant and cocky, but when I saw Austin Trusty at left back, I was like, okay, interesting. But I'm not even joking. It's the first time I've ever heard on the radio that the home fans have left in like 20, 25 minutes. Like that for me. I know it must be hard seeing your team get battered every week, like battered like a fried Mars bar in a chip shop. But what if you're only going to stay for 20 minutes? What's the point?
I've got the perfect picture when we do the Pat Butcher segment of the Sheffield United fans. I've got the perfect picture. So just hold your thoughts on that one. But yeah, it how much they were bad is how good we are at the moment. And what I've been trying to keep stressing out to, especially on the shows and all that, is that we've done this to Newcastle at home, we've done this to Liverpool at home. Like, do you know what I mean? This ain't just about us going and beating Burnley and Sheffield United. We went to West Ham, and yeah, okay, do you know what I mean? West Ham were pretty poor on that day, but yet again, it can't always be the other team are poor. It's got to be what are Arsenal doing to make teams submit like the way they're submitting, and they're submitting like bitches. Let's be totally honest, we're emptying stadiums at the moment. Like, I don't think, the Premier League has ever seen this as such.
I think it started. Like, I don't even think it started from. Like, I think people forget what game this all started from, and that's the Liverpool game. Since then, like, I know it wasn't as tight, as smashing them. You're not going to smash Liverpool 4-5-1, but. You think how clinical, even in that game, we was? Yeah, we had a couple of chances. But whatever, like, I might have to go to Dubai, mate, because I might come back being able to see. Magical. But I've just not. It's weird. Like, So I saw someone on Twitter said I'm bored of winning 6-0. I thought, well, I'm not really, but yeah. like, you know, when we're taking the mitt, mate, when old Sea Dog Cedric comes on, like, I thought he'd done all right. He untouchable once.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Let's be honest with you, yeah, right? Cedric's come on about 3 games now in a row or something silly like that, 3 or 4 games, yeah, right? And we're talking about a guy, mate, if it continues like that, he might be picking up a championship medal at some point, which is an absolute kamikaze of a fault when you would have sat there and thought he was going in the summer, then he was going in January. But no, wait a minute, he's still here. And actually, he's coming on now to see out games to ensure people like Ben White stay fresh and fit. And I totally agree with you, George. It did start all at Liverpool. But yet again, in that first half against Liverpool, like Newcastle, they didn't get out of their own half. Liverpool got out their half in the 47th minute and scored that fluky goal. That was the only time they got into our box in that first half. Newcastle were literally the same. They were dogged in their own half. And you just sit there and you watch it and you look at the substance of the way we're playing. And you look at Saliba and Gabriel literally playing as centre midfielders and Raya playing as a centre back. And you're just thinking, like, it takes some absolute balls to go out and play that kind of system.
Yeah, it does. And I think someone like Jakub Kiwior deserves a lot of credit. How he's stood up and been counted.
Yeah.
But like he had a bit of, I can't remember the game where it was really bad. That he was a bit dodgy. Might have even been Liverpool, that game before Liverpool. I think in the cup, wasn't it? But ever since then, I've just, like everyone's saying about Zinchenko, mate, Kiwior keeps Zinchenko out there. I saw Zinchenko apparently linked with Bayern Munich for 45 million. Mate, like at that price, like that's, if you get something like that, and I just think Kiwior's done really, really well.
We were saying, obviously, we did say to West Ham at home, to be honest, but people forgot because we lost.
Yeah.
That was pretty much a game we did that. Yet again, for big parts of that game, we did. And I think that's the difference now in terms of us scoring goals in important moments. And I think, as I said before, set pieces are absolutely massive for us because if a team does go with a low block, who are a pretty decent team, and we are struggling to break them down, we are scoring set piece goals. And there's been a lot of first goals that we scored over the last month, which have been a set piece to start things off. And it just basically opens the team up, don't it? But I do think in that period, like, don't get me wrong, I lost my head after the Liverpool game, and rightly so, in the FA Cup, because at that point, I think it was just like, at that point, we just needed to go away, didn't we? I think they just needed to go away, take 10 days out, and just regroup as a team. But yeah, I think it's these kind of performances have been happening throughout the season, and we have had a lot of the ball. But I just think now we've got a substance to us where we're actually wanting to score a lot of goals, and I don't believe the belief was there before. Like, I look at the Aston Villa and Newcastle games away, we still had a lot of ball in them games, but we just didn't do nothing with it. But it does worry me still. We still do have them kind of games like Porto the other day, and it's like there needs to be a little bit of times, just a little bit step back and say, do you know what, we are doing well, but we can still somehow we still get these kind of banana skin games that do come up and back.
Mistake, I think, against Porto was not playing Jorginho. I think he's so important. And then Havertz playing as that number 9. Probably for best number 9 we've got at the club in a minute.
Yeah, totally agree. Like, I've been a big advocate for Havertz to play a number 9 role from the start of the season.
Yeah.
And I just could not. I never understood why we haven't played him up there personally, because for me that's his best role. And what he does is he drops back in. But you know what he does? What he does is he gives a lot of other players license to do what they're going to want to do. And he's like a number 9, but he's not a number 9. It's a weird situation with him. But if he continues to score the goals that he's scoring over the last 3-4 weeks, he might become a proper number 9 for us.
Yeah. That was a great finish as well against Sheffield United. You know, he still had to take it and put it in that corner. You know, against Liverpool, we would, like you say, we go back to there, we were getting the chances, but like you say, we just couldn't put them away. So whatever they did on that trip, like George, I need some of that. I really do.
Yeah, definitely. Right, that's pretty much it of the games. We are going to go and review the results. Quickly look at what Tarek said. Havertz and Odegaard pressing from the front helps build up pressure on the opposition. Yeah, Odegaard, they're both very good at it. Odegaard's superb at it. Yeah. I totally agree there. So yeah, that's pretty much the results. We will look at the fixtures coming up this weekend at the end of the show when we do our predictions. But we're gonna go into another segment now, which is obviously dedicated to the Colonel himself. It is the Colonel Pat Butcher Picture of the Week. So, if anyone was on the show last week, there was a moment when Colonel put something in there, and I don't want to suggest this, Jonesy, but I've got this feeling, right? Pat Butcher might be in the Colonel's wank bank.
I think she's up there. She's got to be up there, isn't she? He quoted and said it, didn't he?
Oh yeah, the evidence is there. He did say it, didn't he? Sorry, George.
I was saying, yeah, that's how I read it in the comments.
Yeah, so do you know what? It is there. It is there for all to see. But yeah. So obviously, last week I didn't proofread a message that the Colonel put out, and as you probably see on basically a lot of the Twitter streams that went out after it, was obviously myself, Jonesy, and Sophie. After I'd read the message out, absolutely in tears for like the next, I reckon, 2 to 3 minutes minimum, weren't it, Jonesy?
Yeah, it literally, we have a plan, and it just threw us off. And for a good 2-3 minutes, we had to try and find our composure. It was difficult. That was some comment, Colonel. Some comment.
Oh, here we go. The big man has spoke himself, but he's been honest about it. She's up there with many. She's every woman.
Oh, dear. I'm interested though who else is on that list, to be fair, but I don't want to know, if you know what I mean.
I think like Ethel and Pauline Fowler.
Dot.
Hold it one sec, Mr. Podcast, Ryan. Good to see you back on your show as well yesterday, mate. There is going to be a picture, and there is going to be a little bit of resemblance of Frank in the picture. I want to dedicate this picture to the Sheffield United fans after 15 minutes. So I do definitely do that. But before I do that, I just want to say a few more hellos. Obviously, good evening to Mr. Lyle Stewart himself. How are you doing, mate? George Sullivan's Barmy Army. We'll go into the cricket when we got a little segment on you coming up soon, George. So I don't want to go into the cricket at the moment because we'll have a bit of a discussion around that. But yeah, how do you feel about that one?
Cricket. It's a sore subject today. I woke up early for it, and I heard how we was batting, and then I basically just threw the TV remote. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, let's leave it. I'll tell you what we do though, mate. I'll tell you what we do for you. We'll get the Pat Butcher Picture of the Week up. So here to you, Colonel, is the Pat Butcher Picture of the Week, dedicated to Sheffield United fans after 15 minutes. There she is, the Colonel. There she is in her glory, mate. In her full glory there, mate. And look at old Frank in the background. Pat, I love you, Pat. Oh, what a picture. What a picture.
He's going to save.
Many Sheffield United fans can, they can feel that pain. That's what they were like.
So, Colonel, 38 minutes in, mate. Make sure you come back on the show 38 minutes tonight and do what you need to do over that one. On that note, we'll get her back off our screen.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So now the next segment is dedicated to the man himself. Georgie boy, you're on the hook. So, Jonesy, it's over to you.
Georgie boy, we've got some questions for you. 15 hot questions for your on the hook this week. Are you ready?
Do I need a solicitor?
Maybe after.
At the end. Right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, question 1, mate. What year did you first support Arsenal, and why do you support them?
My first proper year was probably 1998, because they're the best team in the world.
So you're a Glory supporter then?
Was only like 4 or 5, Liam, to be fair.
No excuse, mate. No excuse.
But yeah, I'll take the Glory.
Definitely.
Right. Next one. All-time favourite Arsenal player, men's and women's.
Dennis Bergkamp, and women's Alex Scott.
Alex Scott.
I can't disagree with them two.
Nah, you can't at all. Who would you go for current women's player right now, Liam, if you were to choose a favourite one?
My favourite Arsenal women's player now?
Yeah, at the moment, yeah.
Jonas.
Kim Little.
Kim Little, yeah.
Mate, I just think she's absolutely superb, mate. Honestly, I love Kim Little, mate. I just think she makes the team tick in a lot of ways.
Yeah, she does indeed. George, right. Favourite takeaway, mate?
Kebab.
Any sort of kebab?
No, any. The more meat, more sauce. The filthiest, the better, really.
You got a favourite kebab place?
Yes and no, but I don't actually know what it's called because I can't see what it's called. I just normally just walk in there.
Oh. Are you sure it's a kebab place?
Well, they sell kebabs.
All right. Next one. Favourite movie, mate?
I'm gonna go Green Mile.
Oh, great film. Absolutely great film. Okay. All-time favourite Arsenal moment?
Winning the league at White Hart Lane.
What a day, eh? What a day.
Was
you there? Was you there, or was you watching at home or with family?
it was just I think I was. My dad had gone. Surprise, surprise. I don't know if he got to the game though, but yeah, I think I was watching it with my mum really, and it was quite a nice memory, really.
Yeah, great memory to have. To be fair.
Yeah.
Okay, favourite sporting icon, not football related.
Oh, that's an old one. Freddie Flintoff.
Freddie Flintoff.
Yeah,
Cool.
one.
Cool. Next question is from the Tribal Chief. He sent me this one to ask you. Favorite TV show at the moment?
I don't know if it's still on, but if it is, Love Island.
Love Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got Love Island.
Get you both off. Sarah's upstairs at the moment watching Big Brother.
Yeah, I've recorded it. See, the show comes first, Big Brother comes second, all right?
I've got it on the watch list.
I know this one, George, but we're going to ask you anyway so everyone else can know. Your favourite drink?
Normally it's rum and coke, but I've kind of got a really bad habit of a lightning of baby Guinnesses recently.
Oh, can't beat a baby Guinness, mate.
I never ate on Sunday, mate. Yeah, but I'd probably say rum and coke.
I was tasting them baby Guinnesses a couple of weeks ago, the day after, mate. Don't worry about that.
Still tasting dinner.
I did. Who is your inspiration and why, mate?
Oh, apart from you.
Okay. And Liam.
And the Tribal Chief.
Yeah, sorry. Tribal Chief, sorry.
Yeah. So, inspiration. It sounds really cheesy in that, but it's normally just my friend that, and I don't just mean you two, I just mean generally people that I'm around that make me accept me without my disability being defining. There's really like a celebrity that I can't really go for David Blunkett, can I? You know.
True, you can't. Your favourite Twitter account and why? And you can't say Astrid.
That one out. Favorite Twitter account. I'm probably gonna go for I think it's a women's account, but it's called Unbiased. Just the stuff whoever it is says it's proper out there. It's stuff I would love to say, but there's a reason that we have to go on private.
Fair play.
Yeah, say him, yeah.
Your most hated football player and why?
Eddie Sheringham. He's just a twat. But he just hates Arsenal so much. Like He even mentioned about not liking Arsenal when he entered the Masked Singer. I was like, mate, what you on about? Like, you're on an ITV show, just drop it. Plus, he played for Spurs, West Ham, Man United, Millwall, so why not?
Yeah, why not indeed? Okay, next question. Would you allow Spurs to win the league if it meant us winning the Champions League?
No chance.
Correct answer. Right, mate, the final question, and you're off the hook. What do you think of Tottenham?
Yeah.
What do you think of shit?
Tottenham.
Thank you.
That's all right.
There we go. You're off the hook, Cal.
You are finally off the hook. Any other questions that you might have for Georgie boy? Feel free to throw them into the chat to put him under a little bit more pressure.
I hate that song as well, the Tottenham one.
Yeah, I know. That's why I give you it as the last question.
Will's in the chat, or the message is probably creasing up now because he knows how much I hate it. Whenever I hear anyone sing it, I'm like, we're playing Burnley. We don't need to sing it.
No, go on, Josie. Sorry.
No, I was just saying, I went quite easy on you, mate. I don't want to be brutal to you. This first couple of weeks in the show. Wait till later on when the other guests come on, then they'll be brutal. So beware if you're coming on.
There is one question from the group, from the chat though, and it's from Austin Sullivan. He said, "Who's the best brother ever?"
Jonesy.
Thank you.
There you go, mate. There you go. It's been answered. He's answered it, mate. That's all I can say. He's answered the question.
It's a bit hard, Liam, because I only talked to one of them. So
you're still not going to say his name, and you're still not going to say his name, right? We're going to go into our next segment, which is always an enjoyable one. It's the porridge list of the week. So we're going to do two parts of the section. I'm going to do my section first in terms of I'm going to come up with one name each week who's on my porridge list. And I think you guys are going to know who I'm going to say. I had this little explosion go through me on Sunday afternoon when Phil Foden scored. Little rat. I can't stand it. I can't stand the geezer. I don't know why, but I absolutely can't stand him. And it just reminds me of going back to the Emirates game when we beat them, and just the way they acted and the way he come off the pitch. And I just think he's a snidey little shit, if I'm being totally honest, to put it quite mildly. What's your views on him, Jones? I just want to hear other people's views on Phil Foden.
Yeah, I don't like him, and he's like the little kid that you have around your estate that plays football. He's good, but he's just a little shit, and you want to slap him. You know, he's a little rat. I mean, I don't want to mention too much, but the old video with his mum that was going around after the game on Sunday as well. What happened there? But yeah, Ben White don't like him. That game, at the Emirates last season, I think Ben wanted to give him a slap. But he's just got that face, innit? You know, he's got that face. You want to wring his neck like Homer does to Bart. Not condoning child violence, but it's like what you want to do to him.
No, it's fine. He's over the age. That's fine.
Yeah, true. He's over the age as well. He does look a bit dodgy as well. I agree with that. I agree that someone said in the chat he looks dodgy. He does look dodgy.
Yeah, as Ian just said, he looks dodgy. He don't like him at all. G giving it, he's a typical chav.
Yeah.
And Tarek's he's got a face only a mother would love. Not even, well, to be fair, as we say, we ain't going to go into anything else on that one. But yeah. Anyway, let's just carry on with the show. But yeah, Phil Foden this week, for no apparent reason, really, is on my porridge list of the week, and it was just him being him. So yeah, that's another contender to enter my forever list of the porridge list category, which probably in 3 figures now, isn't it, Jonesy?
It is. I think it's up there. The list is crazy. It's crazy.
But what we want to know this week is Jonesy's top 5 porridge list. So, guys, if you've got any guesses, throw them in the chats now. We'll give you a minute and have a guess what potentially Jonesy's porridge list would consist of.
There's a few. There's a few, Tribal Chief. Is this going to go on much longer?
Just waiting for Liam to ask you to look at your phone and say, call Roman Reigns.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be.
Tarek's come out with Rio Ferdinand.
He's actually in the top 5. He's number 5. He is.
Is he actually number 5?
Yeah, I can't stand him. I cannot stand him. Other than football and stuff where he says, I hate the guy. I literally hate him.
Teddy Sheringham?
He's in there, but he's not top 5.
What about this one?
Oh, she's there. She's there.
Is she in the top 5?
She's 2.
Oh, she's number 2, is she?
Yeah, I hate her. I'll do videos about her. I'll give her some. She's just, I can't stand her.
What about this one?
Them sort of videos, though.
Yeah. You're creeping in. You're actually creeping in. Jamie Carragher, yeah, I was ranting about him, to be fair. I was. He's up there.
The lists are coming through now. Ruth Anistroy?
Not too. I hate the guy, but he's not the top 5.
He's in my 10, definitely.
He's in the 10.
20 years ago, he'd have been in my top 2 or 3, I reckon.
He's in the 10.
But he let us. No, they beat us, didn't they? Did PSV did beat us when he was there?
Yeah.
They beat us at their place, and we beat them at our place.
Yeah.
Gary Neville?
Yeah, he's up there, top 5.
Oh, Dragon's Den.
What about old Morley?
To be fair, he's been all right recently. You know, going back to your stag mate, he did you a nice little video. To be fair,
he did do me a nice little video. To be fair, so
and
yeah,
you did have a nice T-shirt of him.
He's looking absolutely fantastic as well. Fair play to the guy. He's looking good.
Is.
Looking lean. What about old hairy hands?
Yeah, Richard Keys. He's in there, not top 5. There's just one more, to be fair. Who's top? No one's got the top of the list yet. Mike Riley. He's in there, but not top.
Is it actually? Is it someone to do with football?
He is. Someone's got it.
Okay. I was thinking all different.
No. I think Ian's got it. Yeah, the first one. Neil
Maupay.
Yeah.
Number 1, is he? Is he number 1 in your list?
Yeah. I want to be locked in a room with him. Give me 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. I will bash his brains out. I can't stand him. Going back to what he done to Leno, even before that, he was a little shit. And even now, kicking the ball away when Cole Palmer had he's just, he riles me up. He really riles me up. In wrestling terms, George, I want to put him in a crippler crossface and not let him out.
Oh, that's a debatable one. That is right. Throwing that one out, ain't it?
That's how bad it is, mate. I won't mention who uses that move because Daniel Bryan uses it as well. But yeah.
What about Johnny Terry?
He's up there. He is definitely up there, but not too much hatred.
So I don't think John Terry.
Yeah, he's up there, definitely.
I don't think John Terry does.
Rishi's seen that. Yeah, he's in there. To be fair, I hate old Rishi. Living in London, pal, Rishi is number 1 hated around these parts. Trust me. Rishi. No, it's Maupay for me, definitely.
Oh, here we go. The Colonel. I think he's feel like I've just given myself an expensive circumcision after all that Pat Butcher stuff. What a rip-off.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Anyway, Colonel. Anyway.
You won't catch him on ITV.
And here we go. Here's one from top 3 most disliked Arsenal players ever. I can answer this quite quickly, to be fair.
Yeah, the same. Cool.
Emmanuel Adebayor.
Yeah, I've got him.
I think Van Persie goes on there now.
Yeah, Van Persie.
Samir Nasri.
Mine's Ashley Cole.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say who mine is because I won't get.
Go on.
Eddie Nketiah.
Don't let his auntie hear you say that, mate. All right.
Mate, you've been back to that station twice now. And I've had assistants turn up twice, so I reckon she's just in there looking for.
Sparks agrees with me. He's gone exactly the same. Adebayor or Van Persie, Nasri.
Yeah,
I just think that Nasri, he reminds me a little bit like Foden, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got that ratty face, isn't he? Yeah.
But yeah, that's our porridge list of the week. So yeah, some interesting findings there, Mr. Jones, on your porridge list. Any other contenders that maybe people haven't kind of discussed?
Mentioned who's on.
There's a few, you know. Phil and Holly are up there.
Oh, here's one. Actually, to be fair, this is a great shout.
Yeah, William Dallas. What a twat. Indeed.
Yeah, I thought someone was going to go down the EastEnders route because someone went on my porridge list from there this week.
I'm starting to think this is the Austin Sullivan show. George, what would you say is the most memorable experience with me at football?
What, with you or him?
With him.
When our group's not beat him up yet because he said something stupid. I don't know. I'm trying to remember because he's either drunk or I am. With him.
I was going to say, mate, the most memorable experience with him at football is him not being there, to be fair. Is that too harsh?
I actually can't remember something that sticks out. I would say there was more Austin, but you just expect to get tickets from people and don't enter ballots. So I think he went to the Community Shield, so I think he saw Arsenal win something. I think he was there.
Yeah, it was a bloody good day. That was a bloody good day. Good
day.
Yeah,
but no one mentioned who was on my porridge list, like from EastEnders this week. Really irritated me.
Go on,
Patsy Palmer, mate. What are you doing back? Jesus Christ! Like EastEnders was good, and then all you hear was like shouting off. I was like, I can't be dealing with this. I ain't even watched the rest of this week because she was in one episode.
It was bad.
Is Ricky still in it?
No.
He'll be next.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
I don't agree with what Barnsley's just put in the chat.
What?
She don't like Jacqueline Josser. Shocking, mate.
Jacqueline Josser. There's always someone on her list. I tell you, I'm surprised I ain't on her list.
She threw out a song last week, didn't she?
Oh yeah, she's got a list, mate. Lorraine Kelly's her number one. I'm sure of it.
Yeah,
I think I'm right in saying that. Yeah.
And Emma Hayes is on mine as well.
Yeah.
Right. So we're going to go into our next segment because we are kind of. I think we're just slightly behind at the moment, guys. But yeah, we're bringing back an old classic, which obviously I did previously on my previous show. So yeah, here it comes. Over to you, Jonesy.
Yeah, so me and Liam have been discussing on opening up the Cannon and Jonezy Hall of Fame. So we've got our first inductee for this year. What can we say? This person, he's an icon. He's amazing. Who?
Rey Mysterio.
Oh, it's not him, mate. It's not him, mate. But no, this guy. I'll express more words after we reveal who he is. So over to you, Bal.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. I think what the guy has done, not just obviously in this industry, but what he's done probably over the last 25 to 30 years is absolutely incredible. He just keeps on going, don't he? Keeps on coming back, and he's an absolute legend. Here we go.
So, yeah, we are pleased to induct Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as the first member of the Cannon and Jonezy Hall of Fame. George, you got a few words about our new inductee?
Diarrhea. Diarrhea Wayne.
Diarrhea Dwayne.
Yeah, it's fully deserved. Anyone who can call all these people Cody Crybabies definitely has to go in the Hall of Fame for me. Yeah. At first, when you were saying that, I thought you were talking about Heyman. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I fully agree with that. And there's no better hearing a heel Dwayne Johnson, is there, really?
True. He's putting out some of his best stuff at the moment with the Tribal Chief, as well as my Tribal Chief is putting out great stuff for content at the moment. They're both doing amazing jobs. It's a wonder you didn't put yourself there. Oh, look, he's acknowledged me. He's got his own box.
There we go. We can just have him next to me, can't we?
Yeah, could just be there the whole time, innit? Just to remind me, thanks.
He just down on his Instagram videos, that's all.
Yeah.
They're a bit long.
Liam, you got a few words on the great man himself?
Yeah, he's absolutely incredible, isn't he? Like, you know when he comes back, it's going to be massive. And I know there's been a lot of controversy in terms of obviously him coming back, and obviously it was deemed that he was going to fight Roman Reigns, but obviously got the old crybabies. Which I thought was absolutely incredible, but only The Rock can do that, can't he? Only The Rock can spin that and spin it superbly well. And I just think that when he's back in the industry, is always a better place. And I'm loving it that he's heel. I'm absolutely loving it. And as I said to you, Jonesy, I still think, right, the way they're brewing it up, I think there's going to be a different spin. And I've told you what I think personally. But yeah, we was fortunate, weren't we, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, when you think about the actual icons that come out from that kind of era. And when you think that you had him, The Undertaker, Stone Cold, Triple H, you could just name loads of them, couldn't you? There's absolutely, there's at least 5 to 10 absolute icons that come out of that industry. But for me, he was the best. And he was the most charismatic influence in terms of that industry. And I just think it's always a pleasure seeing him come back. And like, we got to enjoy it now because he is getting older, and this ain't going to continue forever. So just enjoy the ride. And can't wait to obviously see WrestleMania and see how that all unfolds.
Will be good. But no, the crossover, like you say, he's taken the leap from wrestling into acting, and as well as he's now a businessman as well, which he owns like pretty much most of it. So he's just a great role model, I think, as well. But great guy, great looking as well, to be fair.
It did make me laugh though when you messaged me last week. Have you seen his Instagram? I thought, I'll just whack it on while I go to the toilet. It was 21 minutes. I was like,
21 minutes long.
21 minutes it was. Sarah was waiting to watch an episode of EastEnders. I was thinking, I've got to watch the end of this now.
That's great.
But what an absolute legend. And I think definitely, obviously, the way we talk about him and the route we go down, I think he's definitely worthy of being our number one name on the old Hall of Fame list. So, congratulations, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. So, guys, we're going to go into the back end of our show now, and we're going to start looking at the fixtures for this week. Just before I do that, just going to look at the old comments. There's one coming in from Zoom in UK. He's going to hit the bushwhackers all day long. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. We're gonna go into the last part now, guys. Which will be obviously reviewing the fixtures. I'm gonna get my notes up now because it's obviously competitive time. Georgie boy, we will include you in. So obviously let us know what your results will be.
Yeah.
Let me just get my notes up. I need a brand new note. So let's get the old fixtures up for this weekend. Old Tony's going Pat Butcher for next week.
I thought you were going to go Hulk Hogan or someone as well.
I'm going to do it in smaller, guys, because it's easier and we can see everyone there. So, obviously, we're going to go into the first game, Jones. I'll give you first dibs, mate. This is an interesting one. Manchester United versus Everton.
Yeah. I think Man United will win it. I think it will be something along the lines of, I don't see Everton scoring, so I'm going to go for 3-0 United.
I'm going to go for 2-1. I'm going to go 2-1 United. I think they will win. I do think Everton might score. But I'm going to go 2. What are you going to go for?
God, they're both rubbish, aren't they? I'll go 1-1.
You're going to go 1-1, yeah? I'm sure there'll be some skin in it going on a Saturday afternoon when this all comes up. Because we'll be sitting in the pub at that point. The next game, and obviously I'll go first on this one, Jonesy. Bournemouth versus Sheffield United. Obviously, guys, keep chucking your ones in the chat. I'll get them up in a minute. Yeah, I'll get Bournemouth versus Sheffield United for me is a simple victory. I'm going to go 3-0 Bournemouth.
I will go 2-0 Bournemouth.
2-0. One sec. And what are you going for, George?
Mind the pun, I'm blinded by FPL bias here, so 1-0 Bournemouth.
1-0 Bournemouth.
Just because I got Solanke.
I just looked at a few. I assume he's going for a Solanke hat trick. Bray's going for 3-0. Mark's going for 3-0. Mark's gone for a 3-1 Man United. Tarrett's gone for 3-0 Bournemouth. So yeah, some good predictions there. The next game, we'll go to you, Jonesy, first on this one. Crystal Palace versus Luton. This is an interesting game as it goes.
It is. Oh yeah. I will go. You know what? I'm going to go 3-2 Luton.
Ooh.
That could be the game that kills me, but I'm going for it.
I'm going to go for 2-1 Palace.
Could be
Mate, you've got Assuming's agreed. He's gone 3-2 Luton. Tarrett's gone for a 2-0. Bray's gone 3-2 Palace. Tony's gone for 2-1 Luton. Hawkwind's gone 3-1. It's very mixed. What are you going for, George?
3-1 Luton.
Cool. That's a very mixed bag of results there, guys. So I think everyone agrees with us there that it's not a simple game, that one, by any stretch of imagination.
No.
Right, Wolves versus Fulham. I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for a Wolves 2-1 win.
2-1 Wolves. I will go. I'm going to go 2-1 Fulham.
Oh, you're going for a Fulham upset there. And what are you going to go for, George?
I think Fulham might win because they ain't got no Hwang or Neto, I don't think. So I'm going to go 1-0 Fulham.
So both you going for Fulham wins. Just obviously looking at some of the predictions on that Fulham. I'm assuming he's going for 3-1 Fulham. Tony's going 3-2. This is a mixed bag as well. Bray's going for 2-0. Hawkwind's going 1-0. Tarrett's going 2-1. And Mark's going 1-0. So yeah, very much mixed bag on that one, which is interesting yet again. The next game, I'm going to go to you first on this one, Jonesy. Arsenal versus Brentford. 5:30 kickoff.
I'm going to go 4-1 Arsenal.
Right, I'm going to go 3-1 Arsenal. What are you going to go for, George?
3-0 Arsenal.
4-1.
Off just for Russ Morgan.
Right? Yeah, not having Tony goal. That was set Mr. Morgan right off. Hawkwind's going 4-0. Let's see if anyone else put anything before I go out. I don't want to miss the ones on this one. So Mark's going 3-1. Hawkwind's going 4-0. Tarrett's going 4-1. Sumi's going 5-0. Bray's going 3-1. Tony's going 5-0 half time. We're going 6-0. Ryan's going 10-0. And Tony's going 7-1 overall. Right, we're going into Sunday now. This is a big game. Aston Villa versus Tottenham. Oh, mate, this is a big game. I'm going to go for 2. Mate, this is massive when I think about it.
It is.
Do you know what? I've got a bad feeling about this one. I think Tottenham are going to beat them.
I do as well. Go on. What are you saying?
I'm going to go 2-1 Tottenham.
I will go 3-1 Spurs.
What are you going for, George?
Hey, I can't pick them. 2-1 Villa, Ollie Watkins winner.
Well, we actually hope you're right, mate.
And then underneath it, he has a top that says, "I've just signed for Arsenal for 20 million" or something.
Gooner's gone 4-0 Arsenal in these one. There's some interesting ones here. Assuming he's going for Saliba to eat Tony. So a lot to eat there, mate. Tarek's gone 3-2 win. Mark's gone 2-all. Sumin's gone 2-all. Tony's gone 3-0 filler. Bray's gone 3-1 filler. And Will's gone 3-1 filler. So Jonesy, it seems me and you are against the apple cart on that one.
I know. They've all got their Arsenal hats on, haven't they? We're playing for points here.
This is serious shit, mate. This is serious shit.
Just hate them. Can't pick them.
It's awful, mate. It's an awful feeling, but I just see Villa at home against Man United and Chelsea, and I just think that they get caught out at home, and I think that could happen again. Yeah, I think this game's massive for Spurs. If Spurs don't win this game, then I think, do you know what? It could be top 4 over.
Yeah.
They could, yeah.
But tonight's result probably took a lot out of Villa as well.
Yeah.
So, I know it was quite a good result for them in the end, but yeah, Tottenham ain't got to play in Europe, have they? So
nah. Brighton versus Forest. We'll go to you first, Jonesy.
Brighton have been rubbish, haven't they? But home. 1-0 Brighton.
I'm going to go 2-1 Brighton, but I think Roma would have killed them tonight. That could be a dodgy game. What are you going to go for, George?
Obviously, this is a really classic game that I can't wait to watch. I'm going to go 2-1 Forest. I think they're going to be like a wounded animal after that Liverpool game.
Good shout. Good call there. Good call. The next game, I'll predict first, West Ham versus Burnley. I'm going to go 3-1 West Ham.
3-1. I'll go. Can't see Burnley scoring. I'm going to go 2-0 West Ham.
George?
3-0 West Ham. Just for West Ham. So he's happy.
Let's just have a look at some of them results. Right. Bray's gone 2-1 Brighton. Will's gone 3-0. Sumin's gone 2-0 Brighton Forest. Tarek's gone 2-0 Brighton. Tony's going 1-0. The West Ham game, Mark's gone 3-0 West Ham. Will's going 3-0 West Ham. Sumin is going 3-1 West Ham. Tarek's going 2-0 West Ham. So, yeah, pretty much West Ham there.
Everyone's back in Burnley, then.
Yeah, funny that, isn't it? The next game is obviously the biggest game of the weekend, apart from Arsenal Brentford, obviously. Liverpool Man City. I'm going to let you go first, Jonesy.
You know what? Sometimes with these games, I'm tempted to go like a 0-0, just because they can be just so two teams. But I don't know. It's such a big game. It's such a big game. It's. You know what? I'm gonna go 2-2.
You're going for a Desmond.
Desmond, yeah. Desmond.
Well, if you go for a Desmond, Jer, right, and Arsenal win, we'll go into the international break top of the table.
Yeah, that's what I said. Did predict that on one of the shows. We'll end March top of the table.
I'm going to go.
Oh, we won't play, did we, to the end? So.
I'm going to go 3-1 City.
3-1 City.
George?
Obviously, I'd take Jonesy's result every day of the week, especially with Haaland doing something and then McAllister doing something or something. That's another one just as well. But I think it'll be 2-1 City.
2-1 City.
Unfortunately.
Right. There's some interesting predictions on this one, so we're going to go to them. I don't know if Sumin's gone. I think Sumin, he's gone for 2-0 on that one. Mark's gone for a 2-1 City. Tony's gone for a 1-0. Bray's gone 2-1 City. Will's gone 3-2 City. Tarek's gone for a 0-0. I can't see that. I really can't. Tony's gone 1-0. I'll tell you what, the Tarek will be after me if that happens, won't it?
Yeah.
Ian's gone 4-1 Man City. He's saying Liverpool's finally running out of luck. G's gone for a 0-0, I hope. And I don't know if you see tonight, Kanate's gone off injured.
Oh, see, that's a shame.
Yeah.
I thought I'd drop that in after the old predictions, guys.
Tactics.
So, yeah, he's gone off injured. Hopefully Van Dijk gets injured on a Sunday. Happy days.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
last game of the week, which is Monday night, Chelsea versus Newcastle. Who went first? I mean, you last one. I think you did, right? So
was you.
God, this is a tricky one, isn't it?
It's both teams are.
I don't even know where to go with this one. To be fair,
One team's got to do it.
I'm going to go 2. I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea.
I'm going to go 3-1 Newcastle.
One sec. I've just done something wrong here. Put your result. What did you go for City? 2-2?
2-2, yeah.
Chelsea 2, Newcastle 1. And you've gone 3-1 Newcastle.
3-1 Newcastle, yeah.
And what are you going for, Georgie boy?
1-1. Because I don't like Newcastle and I like seeing Chelsea fans cry. So I just think they'll cancel each other out because it's so hard because you don't know what Chelsea are going to turn up either, do you? Like they're the best version of a bipolar football team.
And I think this goes in all the predictions. Mark's gone 2-1 Chelsea. Tony's gone 2-1 Newcastle. Old money versus new money derby. That's a good one from G. Tarek's gone 2-1 Chelsea with a last minute winner. Will's gone 0-0. Braid's gone 1-0. Yeah,
Casio.
that's an interesting one. Right, obviously next one, top goal scorer Jonesy. I'm going to go first in this week because I think you went first last time, didn't you?
Yep.
So looking at these games, matey. Oh, this is an interesting one, isn't it? I'm going to go Haaland.
Again, Haaland.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Solanke.
You bastard. You nicked my answer.
Better go for an Arsenal player, George.
I was going to go for Solanke, but now someone else has took it.
Sorry, mate.
Eamon over there. I'm going to go for, you know what, why not? Kai Havertz.
60 million down the drain?
Yeah.
Kai Havertz scored again.
Do you want another little Brucey bonus, 1-pointer, Jonesy?
Oh, go on then. Go on then.
When's Ricky Butcher coming back?
First goal scorer in the Arsenal game. This is just me and you.
Okay.
Cedric.
I will go. In my first year?
Yeah.
All right, I'll go. You know what? Gabriel.
Oh.
I'm
going to go Saka.
I was going to, but no, I reckon corner.
I'm going to go Saka. Do you want to get into that one, Georgie?
Yeah, I was going to go Declan Rice.
Rice, yeah. So there we go, guys. I'll just go through, obviously, some of them. I'm not sure, assuming, put Odegaard up as most goals or whether that was the Arsenal one because I see it flash up early. G's gone Gabriel as well. Tony's gone Saka. Ryan's gone Saliba. Will's gone a corner goal would be a change. But G's gone which one? Which Gabriel? You going for the defensive Gabriel, yeah, mate?
Yeah, defender, yeah.
I'm glad you pulled it up, G, because I know how things can work around here.
Cheers, G.
You know what I mean? I do know how things can work around here. And so as I say that.
I believe no one's gone for Cedric.
As he said it, please, guys, I cannot have another week of this or another forfeit. I've got to win these predictions this week. Revenge this week.
One last time, sir.
Congratulations, my tribal chief, on winning predictions. Right.
I'll tell you what, if he wins next week, I'm done for, guys. I'm done for.
Mate, you know what I could do with graphic design. I'll be cooking up something, trust me.
What was your thoughts on the old forfeit this week?
Yeah, it was really good, to be fair. I didn't mind it, to be fair. I'm not going to go because I'm game for anything. But yeah, I will do most things.
You know what you're like, Jonesy.
Yeah, true. Yeah, if you see me out when I'm drinking at football, you know I'm pretty good friend.
Yeah. But yeah, that is the very last time you have to say that now.
Thank God for that, Jesus.
But yeah, guys, I am his tribal chief for the last hour and 20 minutes. And yeah, it bloody felt good as well, I tell you.
You know, I was going to wear the T-shirt. I was wearing it last night with "Acknowledge Me" on it, but you know what? I didn't put it on.
The only person who knew about that was Sarah. So no one else knew about it. I've kept it quiet from absolutely everyone because I thought I ain't letting this one out.
I was stewing, to be fair, because you hadn't mentioned nothing. And I think, what has he got planned? He hasn't said a word.
I'm not going to lie, I thought it was something to do with Astrid. I thought she was on or something.
I spoke to the missus. I said, has Liam been in contact with you? Any messages? He asked for any pictures? And she went, no, nothing.
Tony just saying, has anyone seen the Aubameyang goal tonight? If not, go and see it.
Who's he play for?
Marseille.
He's actually got his it's the French league anyway, but he's actually playing quite well over there, isn't he? Scoring some goals again.
Only for a few months. A few months and then he'll be out the door.
I don't dislike Aubameyang whatsoever. I just think
with his mate Lacazette.
Yeah, exactly. French league's Farmers League, isn't it?
Mm.
How's Balogun doing this year, guys? That certainly went 40 million down the drain, was it?
He's missed that penalties.
Pardon?
He's missed like 5 penalties or something.
Even better, mate. Even better. Obviously, thank you very much, Tarek. Obviously, an amazing show. Really good to hear. You always give us feedback, guys. We're always willing to hear feedback. Obviously, we are trying to make the show as entertaining as possible. We are working on some stuff to obviously bring the show moving forwards. But yeah, a lot of updated stuff this week, which was good to see. Obviously, firstly, thank you, George, for coming on tonight, mate. It was a good pleasure having you on.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
And Jonesy, absolute great sport tonight, mate. Thank you very much. Any final comments for you?
I don't know. Is there a picture going to flash up before I say it?
There's absolutely nothing, mate.
Right. No, just want to say it's always a pleasure, mate. Enjoying doing these shows with you. It's good laugh and great crowd. And the guys in the chat, this show wouldn't have been anything without you guys' participation and your comments in the chat. Just make sure you're liking, subscribing, and we can keep bringing you banter and me losing predictions, it seems like.
Mate, every dog has his day. That's all I'll say to you, mate. One week's a good, 1 week's a bad week, and next week will be a bloody good week for you.
I hope so.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, a massive thank you to everyone who obviously joined the chat tonight. Just for one last time, to the Colonel, I'm going to do this so I get you a right nice good picture now. So 1 hour, 22 minutes and 45 seconds, mate. on that note, guys, it's a good night from me. It's a good night from Jonesy. It's a good night from Georgie. And it's a good night from Pat Butcher. Good night.